If you're watching this video, you've most likely had a Sly Fox beer before. With a statewide distribution footprint and 5 locations across Pennsylvania, they've become a major player within the state's craft beer industry. With such a rich history, it may come to a surprise to you that they just released their first mass-distributed Hazy IPA. So we visited their main brewery in Pottstown and sat down with their team to learn more about Haze IPA.
I'm Peter Giannopoulos. I'm the Director of Sales at Sly Fox Brewing Company.
Hi, I'm Sarah Jagiella, and my role at the company is Events and Marketing Manager.
Yeah, I'm Tyler. I work for Sly Fox. Obviously, I run our laboratory and our quality department.
I'm Tim Ost, the Director of Brewery Operations at Sly Fox.
We were looking at our lineup, and we had experimented with New England or Hazy IPAs over a period of time, and we were thinking that we just needed to be able to offer one all the time, year round, and really build a brand that was like that. And I think that was something that kind of came about because we realized that the Hazy IPA is really going to be a legitimate segment of the IPA category. So we felt like we had to dip our toe in the water. We had to get involved in that, and we wanted to also make something that was also Sly Fox too. By that I mean we wanted to make something that was really, really drinkable, a repeatable beer, and delicious and consistent.
It's definitely a departure from just I guess more standard ales. And one of the big challenges when making a beer in this vein is being able to achieve a haze that's going to be uniform from batch to batch and have some stability while it's sitting on the shelf. So you don't want it to be like a super, messy, snowy snow globe when it's first purchased and then have that all settle out in the can. So that's definitely something that we did experiment with through some of our Hop Project series beers and some of the other beers that we've made, is just coming up with that right malt, right mass temperatures, and all those different factors to achieve that. So a beer like this actually has a pretty significant amount of malted wheat in it and a small amount of unmalted wheat as well. And that tends to produce some proteins that are then going to be much more stable in the finished product. So that was definitely something that we as brewers were concerned about, was achieving that haze, but without adding in something further down the line or something artificial into the process that you normally wouldn't, but just coming up with that so it had the mouthfeel and appearance that we would still enjoy. So it's not super sweet, real nice body to the beer, and it complements the hop character quite nicely.
Yeah, so a lot of formulating this beer from our hop projects came down to how are we going to create a really, really hoppy beer that's going to have the appearance that we want for as long as possible on the shelf. And that really comes down to something that we call haze stability. Obviously, you guys are all really familiar with the word haze as it applies to beer. So we wanted this to be a hazy IPA. We wanted to fit in that market, in that spot in the market. And a big part for us was to make sure that when we canned that beer, it was going to look the same way, not just taste the same way, day one, all the way through its shelf life. And so a big part of the hop projects was going through and figuring out how on our system, with the ingredients that we like to use, how to create that sort of canvas that we could then put the hops in and then put all the other flavors that we really wanted to include in the beer.
With so many hazy IPAs on the market, it might seem easy for these beers to be produced. But when you operate a 30,000 square foot brewery on a brew system that can brew 50 hectoliters 3 times a day, it's a bit more difficult than you may think. So it begs the question, with so many hazy IPAs on the market, how does a brand like Sly Fox keep up with the competition while also meeting the needs of their very large distribution footprint and their tap rooms throughout the state? For that, we asked Marketing and Events Manager Sarah Jagiella and how the response to the beer has been so far.
Yeah, we're really excited about fitting this into our current lineup. It's, first off, it's a hazy, and that's new for us. And we're excited to offer it in 12-ounce cans. It's not like your limited release hazies. We're excited to have a year-round, approachable, easy drinking hazy that fits alongside our Route 113, which is a little heavier, a little more traditional of an IPA, and still complements our Volpulent IPA, which is a little bit more modern, but that one's in 16-ounce cans for a little bit more oomph. It's been good. The packaging looks really awesome. It's bright and eye-catching in the cans themselves and the 12 packs as well. And the liquid is great, and it's super cool to have this lower ABV hazy available in 12-ounce cans year-round. And people are excited about that approachable, sessionable hazy option.
As you can tell by now, Haze Fix isn't another quick-release hazy IPA. Instead, Sly Fox is setting out to offer a year-round hazy option that is not only approachable at 5.5%, but also easily available, being found literally anywhere Sly Fox beer is sold. Even available as part of their variety packs, which feature the wide range of Sly Fox beers. So after all that, it really comes down to one final thing, and that's how the beer tastes. And for that, Tyler gives us an excellent description on what folks should expect.
And so we wanted to create a taste profile that was going to be both light, but still have enough flavor that it wasn't just a single note. So again, in combining malted wheat, malted oats, a little bit of flakes products, again barley and things like that, it gave us more of a rounded profile, and it was something we were more comfortable with because it certainly just appealed to more of the style of beers that we make. They taste like beer, and certainly in the same vein as most of our other beers in our profile, they do finish relatively dry. So a big thing for us was, let's find a malt profile that's going to taste full and have a great mouthfeel, while also still giving us the Sly Fox crispness that we really do try to put into a lot of our brands.
So there you have it. By now, you may have seen Haze Fix out in the market. If not, just head over to slyfoxbeer.com to find the beer nearest you.